How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
The- Yeah, that's good. You look good outside. You got some flowers in the background.
They're all fake.
They match the
Du Hog
flag
flag.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they're all fake. We don't have any real flowers outside anymore.
yeah.
I hate watering and stuff. I got plants outside a garden, but no, they look great. Marianne did a good job of ordering them.
What plants do you have in your garden?
Well, I'm looking at right now. I got 4 baskets here that have cilantro, peppers, and then in the garden we have tomatoes, beets, uh, carrots. What else do we have? Oh, then on the side of the house we have pumpkins. Then around the gazebo we have like gourds and watermelon. We have
Ah,
everything. Yeah,
yeah, that's
we're
nice.
sustainable.
What about the pumpkins? Do you eat the pumpkins? What do you do with all
No,
the
man.
pumpkins?
No, I get big ass pumpkins, so they ready for Halloween.
Okay, so it's almost all decorative
The
planting
pumpkins
for that.
are, yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
I
And they
got you.
grow so well on the east side of our house. It's
Do you
unbelievable how big they get.
do you attract a lot of deer? I think
No,
deer aren't deer pumpkin eaters? Don't they like
you know what?
pumpkin?
Hardly anything has eaten any of our plants,
Oh,
which is good.
yeah.
Hi, Dan.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm better now. I was having technical issues with my kid's computer here.
Are you done with school?
No, 2 more days.
Okay.
3 more days. I don't know. Friday.
3 more days and then we'll get out and golf once a week, right? We're gonna try that.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, me too. I can probably get a fourth too. She's pretty good.
Yeah. As long as she's on my team.
I was just gonna say, are we drawing straws? Who gets the? Well, she probably won't play with Marty, so.
Oh, yeah, she will. We play all the time.
Well, we know they're not gonna win. They'll be arguing the whole time. Marty,
We
you're
don't
not
argue
listening.
at all.
You're not
No.
listening.
I don't think there's any arguing. She just tells Marty how it is, and he says,
Yeah.
"Yeah,
Well,
you're
if
right."
we do alternate shot, she might be arguing.
Yeah. No.
Well, we want to start with Marty's words of wisdom. Marty's got some words of wisdom today. So what
Only-
are they? I'm interested.
Only one word of wisdom or knowledge or something. When are they ever going to make earbuds for people that have cauliflower ear? Right? It's
That's
just like
an untapped market.
it is an untapped market. Just think of all those ugly ear people that just can't even put things in. They got to wear those big these things like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I do
Right.
think they tried that, right? Remember, not too long ago they had like some head. There was I think it was I forget what company it was, but they had headphones. You remember that? I don't know if you guys remember that. Not too probably 10 years ago, there was a wrestling brand that did
Oh, really?
headsets. But like Marty's saying, there were the beat style over the
Cover
ear
the whole
thing.
ears. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they should be like Cliff Keen, the cauliflower pod, and I mean, they
Right.
have to be small to fit in sometimes, and
Just
Yeah.
it might just get stuck in there.
set up a booth at Nationals and you'll sell a ton of them.
Now, are you looking so that you can listen to music, or is this for like a potential I know older individuals end up having to have hearing aids. Do you
Well, I have hearing aids.
do they not fit?
Well, they fit great, but you know what I don't like? I don't like when my music is played through my hearing aids. I'd rather have like earbuds or whatever
What's
to listen to music. And I like
I
that.
don't know
I
what's
mean,
the
I got on right now, and I'm a wire guy and everything.
Yeah, please explain what is it like
What's
to
the-
listen to music in a hearing aid?
Well, I just don't like it. I don't like it my phone ringing on it or anything. I just like to be able to hear people talk.
When you say that, does that mean like it's connected like Bluetooth? You're saying, or
Yeah.
is it?
Oh
like
yeah,
your-
I got Bluetooth.
So your-
And everything. I
So
can do
your
anything. I can
hearing aids are basically little
earpods.
AirPods, right?
Yeah, but they fit them for me. I mean, they actually went in. It took them quite a while too.
Do they mold them like a dentist, like a mouth guard or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe that you just solved your own problem.
There you go.
Like,
But
the headset is you have to go get custom made headsets.
I
Yeah.
got custom made hearing aids, but I can't stand music through them or my phone.
Well,
Yeah,
I think you
I'm
just solved the
particular.
problem. I think if you
That's
go
a
back
you
to your
problem.
yeah. That's what I was telling him. I said my cauliflower ear fits perfect. It almost like locks it
Holds
in.
it in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I can run with these things. I can shake. Look at they don't fall out, Marty.
Well, mine falls out in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
only use it when I'm working out, basically,
yeah.
or
Okay,
this.
so it's not
But
that much of a problem.
oh, it's a problem.
Okay.
I'm not using my hearing aid.
Don't sell them short. It's a problem.
Well, wrestling talk. There's some stuff going on this week. U20's World Team Trials. We do have a local wrestler wrestling, Jimmy Massney. He's in them. He sits in the finals.
Bruno and Rocco are going to it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh,
think
they
so.
are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they? So how does that work from the qualifier? Because they got in because of their All-American status at U.S. Open.
Must have either that or it's open. So is this they wrestle the tournament and then the winner of the tournament wrestles the guy who's waiting, right?
Yeah.
So Jimmy's waiting for whoever wins the tournament 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
I believe so.
Okay.
Well, that's
Can you
good.
imagine? Can you imagine if that all pans out? What kind? 97 and heavyweight Iowa State, those two guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're going to be just monster. That Morel or whatever his name is. He just doesn't stop moving.
And I was just thinking about this morning, and his brother's Merrill, right at Okie State.
Oklahoma State. Yeah.
Like how'd they not get the package?
I don't know.
I mean, I know they got Ross, which is.
Yeah, well, I can tell you.
How do you not get that package?
I can tell you that there's a little rift within the family. There's a unfortunate little rift between the family and the older son.
Okay, well, that's what I was going to say. Is there maybe there's a family deal there, but
yeah, little rift. But again, Merrill, we've been watching him in freestyle lately, but you should go watch him. At the Flow, who's number 1? He wrestled Michael Mako, and he's tough on top. Like, because you know how big he is. Like, he's just a big dude that's hard to get off you. So that's another thing that I'm interested to see how he transitions into folk style, because a lot of pressure. He's really good at holding his ground and stuff, but on top, he's actually like really solid too. So
yeah, I'm impressed.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, not a lot of movement lately in the old transfer portal. Some big names still just hanging out.
Yeah, do you think they're hanging out? Because again, these are things that we're kind of learning on the fly. But like they shut down the transfer portal at the end of April or end of March, end of April. And so now when it opens back up, like when does it open back up?
So what's it? I guess here's my question: we shut it down so no one can contact those guys. They can't.
Well, I think what's shutting it down means that people can't enter the transfer portal. So if you haven't entered the transfer portal yet, you can't. You can't get in.
We need to have somebody on explain the portal to us.
Who's that person? I don't even think that person exists.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. There's nobody out there that knows.
I don't think they know. The NCAA doesn't know. Well, it should be like this, but hey,
I follow a guy. I follow a guy on YouTube that breaks down a lot of the NCAA stuff. But even when you listen to him, he's like everything's changing constantly. So we're not really sure. So,
but those guys who are in it they're sitting there. And do you think that they're weighing their options? That's why they haven't made a decision, or like a guy like Ferrari, like why is no one? Why hasn't he committed? Is he holding out, or are people holding out on him?
Yeah. Well, I guess I would be curious about the entrance within the schools. So if you enter a transfer portal, somebody can pick you up. You could say, "Oh, I'm going to go to Nebraska,"
right?
But you still have to go through the process of getting into school. If you don't get into the school, why would you have claimed? Why would you have acknowledged? Announced
last
that
year it happened with Ferrari, right? He announced he was going to North Carolina, and then a couple weeks later was back in the portal because he didn't get in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do think that might have been another reflection though of the early stages of NIL, because the reason why he announced was because he had signed an NIL agreement. So I think now people are realizing that it's not as simple as you're on the team, you're good. You kind of have to go through the process. Plus, I also heard that there is a quote unquote loophole to the transfer portal where if you don't get into the quote unquote transfer portal, you could still unenroll in that school and then enroll in another school, and you're still perfectly eligible under the rules. You didn't have to enter the transfer portal if you could do it yourself. Again, these are little things that I'm only 90% sure about, but I do understand. I do know that was part of some of the things with transfer rules. Like if you just show up on campus and you're part of the school, I think that's what happened with the Parco and Teamer thing back in a couple years ago. I think there was one of them that was like that, but yeah,
they just dropped out of Arizona State and went to Iowa.
Yeah, I think
So
one of them did.
So maybe we're too hard on the brands for recruiting the one.
Yeah. Well, obviously, we all know that there was still recruiting being done in the process, but yeah, I don't know if we're ever hard. We're never too hard on these guys. Other people are way harder on them. We go light on them.
We still got to find a place for the World Championships this year too, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. What?
I know. Well, you want one to be over there.
Yeah, is it crazy? I remember when all of the conflicts started to happen, I was like, are they really going to still send all this stuff overseas? Because UWW sends all their under stuff too, like the U17, U20s, U23s. And
so is it like a rotation, like for the countries to be able to host the World Championships, or I mean, is it just any idea?
The United States has it on 2027. It's in Las Vegas. I just saw that came up, and then the Olympics are right after that. Then in 2028 out in California.
Right. Yeah. And I want to say 5 or so years ago we hosted the Worlds. In New York, right?
Yep.
5, dude. That was Cal Sanderson. That was when Cal Sanderson was wrestling. New York.
Was it? I don't know.
I mean, I maybe they did it again, but I remember vividly the World Championships were when Cal Sanderson was wrestling.
But I am definitely going to Vegas. But I don't know if I'm going to watch every form of wrestling they have at the World Championships. Right? There's like 7 days of wrestling.
Yeah, that's a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, I want to watch freestyle.
Yeah.
True World Championships.
Yeah. You're saying you're not a big Greco guy?
Oh, I love Greco, but
You're not watching.
Not my forte.
I didn't say that at all. I used to wrestle Greco.
I'm not going to Vegas to watch Greco. Yeah, I don't know if they have it on a cycle or not. I obviously like with anything politics, and I think the UWW stuff is a lot of overseas. I think.
Yeah, but you would think, okay, hey, we can't host it here. We got the backup. We already we have a plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have to have a plan, but they just haven't announced it. Like, hey, we're canceling here.
Yeah,
we don't know what we're gonna do.
I mean, maybe they talk to the State Department, and the State Department says, "Hey, chill out. It might be resolved here within a couple months." I don't know.
Yeah,
I've got mixed reporting on the news every day. Sometimes you see that the conflict's gonna end, and then it's back up again. So I think that would determine a lot.
They got that one thing this year, don't they? That's got that round ball. Looks not a basketball, but it's white, and they kick it.
Soccer.
Soccer. That's it. That's in the United States this year too. The World Cup, right? Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah. Do you know where it is?
It's all over.
All over.
It's all over the U.S. Yeah.
Oh, really? So they're going to multiple different locations.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I want to say it's East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. I mean, it's everywhere.
I think it's in Chicago.
If you think about something like planning wise, right? So look at national, like the world soccer stage. Like the United States took on like professional soccer not too long ago. Like they started to get small investors in these different teams, and now fast forward today, they have the FIFA coming, World Cup coming, and I'm assuming that they're going to use those facilities. I would assume that they're going to use.
I don't think they're big enough.
Have to use bigger facilities.
Really,
like the Major League Soccer or whatever you want to. I don't think those stadiums are. The U.S. doesn't follow soccer like it's like when you look at the Premier League and all that, I mean, their fan base is like our NFL base, right?
Yeah,
So
I think they'd have to use the
the
NFL
soccer
stadiums, don't you?
here, I think, are a little bit smaller, but they'll have to use like a Soldier Field type stadium for
Mm-hmm.
the World Cup games because, like we're crazy about wrestling, people are crazy about soccer, and they'll fill them out.
I think way
Wow.
more crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
So,
like it. But I guess
I mean,
that's
like
crazy
you
if
got
they
soccer
can't.
players making hundreds of millions of dollars playing overseas. They're
Mhm.
not making here. Your top soccer players. I don't know what their contracts are,
Yeah.
but probably close to the WNBA.
Well, so my wife is her family is from England, so there's a place in England that they're all from, and they actually have soccer teams, and it's all part of the whatever, the European soccer
Right.
league or whatever, and like how that like you're in the league, but if you're not good enough, you kind of fall out of the league, and then you kind
Yeah,
of
you drop down a tier.
yeah.
Yeah, they got different levels.
You
But
got
what
to
I'm
watch Ted Lasso to learn everything
Yeah,
about
exactly.
soccer. That's what
Yeah.
I did.
Me too.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is, though, every small town or every fairly small community has a soccer
Club.
team that's like
Club. Yeah.
There you go.
that
Soccer
could be
club.
a club that could be a professional team at some point. Whereas, like in the United States, it just does not exist like that.
No.
There used to be, wasn't there? I mean, McNames, you might know that. Didn't they have like a football, like a non-pro football league that was going around for a while? Like
Well,
Belvedere, they had it in Belvedere. They had it in
yeah.
Here's how
Yeah.
it's going to be. So it's very similar to when they had the Big Tens at Nebraska. And it was the first time Nebraska was going to sell alcohol. And they sold out like in an hour. So
Yeah.
that's what it's going to be like at all the World Cup things. Those guys drink and oh man, they party.
Yeah. Well,
And I like
either
to
way,
fight.
yeah. Hopefully,
And I
they'll
like
be
to
done.
fight.
They do.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm surprised that doesn't happen more at wrestling events.
Wrestling?
But, yeah.
I can remember standing in line at Nebraska to get in. One, it's like a misty, and we're talking, and the guys in front of us were already drunk, and they're like, "Man, I can't believe they're going to sell alcohol." And me and Walter's like, "What?" And the first thing that came to my mind is there's going to be some fights in the crowd because you're going to get people drunk. You got your Iowa fan, you got your Penn State. They're going to just go at it, but surprisingly, no one did.
I think there's a true. How do you say it? Why would you want to pick a fight with a wrestler? First of all,
Yeah.
Oh, you're another wrestler.
Why would then? But then what?
If you're another wrestler,
yeah, but then you're like, oh my god, this wrestler could kill me.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I think there's a respect of wrestling.
Yeah, I think Marty's right. I feel like it's like knowing that everybody's like concealed and carry. No, like everybody's got to conceal and carry. It's like, well, all right, well, nobody's gonna get a fight because it's gonna end badly. So I think you're right. If you know there's a room full of fighters, it's like if you've been drinking all day, you might want to fight, but you might go, I don't really want to fight right now.
What's
like
that old joke? You look at their ears first.
Yeah.
Like if you see a guy and he's got the bad cauliflower ear, I'm not messing with that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now it's become fad, so people are using pliers to give themselves cauliflower ears and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, that is a thing. People definitely purposely do it. Mine started from McNames's right hip. I think his right hip busted my ear open. I doubled him hard. I think no, it wasn't like a crotch lift. I think it was like a crotch lift.
I think it was. I don't think you finished it though.
Yeah.
Not. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had cauliflower ear if he would have finished it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Anyways, World Championships. Hopefully they figure that out if they have a plan for that. But yeah, that's what's left. So the Cassiopis are going. Do you know? How did you? They just told you. I wonder if there's an entry list.
On Flow. That's where I saw it.
Oh, okay.
Flow has a list of all the entries for the team trials. I think the one Cassiopi's at 74, the other's at 79.
Oh, they changed weight classes now. Weren't they at the same weight class?
They were,
they were.
Yeah, because they took third and fifth or fourth and sixth, something like that.
Yeah. Well, I put out that graphic not too long ago. They both were ranked at what 65, I think, nationally. So
Yeah. So yeah,
so
this weekend
Rocco's at 74. Okay. So there's only 4 guys that he's wrestling. Holy crap. Rocco might wrestle the Darian Lockett.
Oh, there you go.
Mhm.
And Bruno's got DeBolt, Joseph Jeter, and Mario Carini. And then Jimmy's got Adam Waters, Lincoln Jip, Lad Holman, Tanner Hodgins, Branson John, Andrew Reel, Carson Tompkins. That's a lot of people.
But they wrestle into him, though. He waits.
Yeah, he sits back. Yeah.
But
Yeah, some of them look like there was like 4 or 5 guys entered, and the other weight classes looked like there was more. So I don't.
Yeah.
He's going to be tough to beat.
Who's that?
Mastery. He's
Masney.
good. Masty. I don't
Yeah.
care. I didn't mispronounce somebody's name. Don't take it personal. I don't have anybody's name right, so don't.
Yeah. No, he's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah, he's tough to score on.
Yeah. Very tough to score on, and big and athletic. He can move like a lightweight. So, yeah, I'm excited to see those. That Adam Waters kid, they have not wrestled, and they've been kind of I would say Adam Waters has been avoiding him at some competition. So hopefully that match is going to happen. Adam Waters is going to Ohio State. He's he's actually one of those guys. You guys might agree on this one. Adam Waters he's in multiple tournaments at Super 32 and another one. He loses and then he forfeits out. Yeah, and arguably it's because he's always trying to save his ranking. So this is a thing that high school wrestlers are doing right now at the national level, is if you lose a match to a really good guy or whatever, you just forfeit out so you don't have the possibility of losing any other matches. Adam Waters has kind of been in that situation. And I obviously don't know whether or not he actually had legitimate reasons for forfeiting out to some of these tournaments, but he has somehow maintained his national ranking at the top 1 to 3, and he is not finished out tournaments.
At the end of the day, what's that? I mean, I guess it's nice to be ranked up there, but I mean, are they getting anything extra for it?
Well, I guess he is. Yeah, you get more opportunities wrestling. Flow Wrestling had them wrestle in their duels, and stuff like that. I mean, again, that's the reason why there is kind of a benefit to doing it. NCAA reasons are real, right? You don't lose on the backside. It protects your win-loss record, and you get a better seed in the tournament.
It should count against you.
Yeah,
exactly.
Until they change that somehow forfeits have some sort of negative. If you enter,
they're going to have to do it too.
Yeah. Because that one year at the Big Tens, it wasn't so bad.
Oh, even this year at the Nationals.
Yeah.
The whole Ferrari family.
But at the Nationals, it would be. But at the Nationals, it'd be hard. Right, the Nationals would be hard to do because
that's it.
Yeah, it's the end.
Yeah.
But definitely throughout the season, if there's a tournament that people aren't wrestling, they should get docked for a forfeit, I think.
Yeah, it should.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they do that.
That's a loss, but it's got to be a negative.
Yeah, maybe a half a loss. Count it as a half a loss.
Yeah. When you do your point total, you look at, hey, did they forfeit out of tournaments? Did we lose X amount of seeding points?
Yeah. Yep. Well, so that's this weekend. Those guys are wrestling from the area. Super pumped that there's some good guys out there from the area representing. And then after that, it's kind of a little bit of a lull before World Team Trials for the senior level. And then, like you said, if World Championships are going to happen, they're at the end of the summer.
It'd be great if they brought them to the United States too. But
I mean, Belvedere could host it.
Right? Yeah.
I just, I've got some experience running a couple tournaments here. We could throw this together.
Yeah, I like it.
Why don't you get a hold of whatever the board is, or the USA
I'll reach out.
or whoever?
I'll reach out to him today and see what we can work on.
Have you, Dan, have you been recognized for your 30 years of service yet, or is that this week?
No, it's Friday.
This Friday coming up?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent. Good.
Yeah.
Don't
How
forget
many-
to
30
wear
years.
don't forget the
Don't worry.
podcast sweatshirt.
Yeah, I will. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah.